Just wanted to make another video checking in with you guys. Seems like the last video I did where I kind of just did a voiceover on my thoughts and what I'm planning to do on the reef everyone enjoyed. So just wanted to let you guys know what I'm going to be doing this week for the tank. I'm going to be ordering a set of supplements and AquaForest products. And I kind of just wanted to give you a rundown of what I'm going to be running on the tank. So as far as salt is concerned, I'm going to continue to run the Reef salt from AquaForest. I'm not going to switch over to the probiotic yet, only because I think it's still a little too early in the tank's life to have the nutrient levels so low to the point where all of my phosphates and nitrates are zero off the bat, and I don't want that. So I'm going to go with the Reef salt and continue to feed heavy and get a good nutrient level and find a good balance. The AquaForest Reef salt, the price ranges for a 10 kg box, $36 on BRS, all the way up to the big 200-gallon box for $70 on BRS. For now, I'm going to just go with the 10 kg box for the 40 bucks, save a little money, and give me the option to be able to switch a probiotic in the next few weeks or months or however long this lasts me, without having to make a long-term commitment to the Reef salt. The Reef salt, I like it so far. I've been using the AquaForest Reef salt. I've gone through a 200-gallon box already. This is going to be my second order of salt. It's pretty good. Based on BRS, it's nitrate and phosphate free. It mixes really quickly for me, about 15 minutes. I have clear water. The pH is always stable. As far as parameters are concerned out of the box, it does come with an ICP link so you can check the large batch. But for the most part, everything is usually in line. Calcium within 410 to 440. The alkalinity is usually about 7.5 to 8.2. pH is usually about 7.8 to 8.2. Magnesium is about 1300 to 1380. So it mixes up pretty good. The difference with it and the probiotic is obviously the probiotics to help combat the nitrate and phosphate issues if you're having them. But I do think I'm going to save that for a little bit more down the line. I'm also going to go ahead and purchase my next component 123 plus bundle. This is going to be my dosing method. I used it on the Nano for about a year and a half and it worked really well. This is a balling method type system. It's good for SPS, LPS, soft cores, clams, everything you need. You want to dose all three elements in the same exact amount, and over time it does balance out. The first couple of months you're going to be like, my calcium's high, my magnesium's high, my alka's low, and you're going to wonder if they're crazy by telling you to put the exact same amount of all three in, but it does eventually find its balance. I did drill a hole in the top of mine and I purchased 1/4-inch bulkheads and 1/4-inch acrylic tubing, and I was able to create dosing containers for a few bucks. The components 1, 2, 3, component 1 contains all of your calcium and then trace elements. Component 2 is for your DKH and different trace elements. Component 3 is for your magnesium and different trace elements. They have a lot of stuff inside of this, so it does work. And I do like the balling method and only really testing alk and making changes based on my alkalinity levels, since to me I feel like that's the most important parameter to check. The rest of them will fall in line, especially with a 3-part dosing system. The next thing that I'm going to pick up this week is some ProBioS. This is probiotic bacteria, and I know in the beginning of the video I said I'm going to try and stick with the Reef salt and not add the probiotics, but I am going to start dosing the probiotics since I am feeding heavy, using the ProBioS but not using the probiotic salt to where it's too much. I do run their Zeo mix inside of a reactor, so it'll keep those little rocks going. It'll keep a good population going of the bacteria, but nothing overwhelming to where it'll take over the entire tank. On the Nano, I did 1 drop per day. On this big tank, I'm gonna go with a half dose, and I'm gonna do 2 drops per day and just let it ride and see how it goes from there. So that way I can keep the levels in line and I don't start off the tank having algae issues. The next thing I am going to purchase is going to be the NP- Pro. It's basically the counterpart to the ProBioS. It's a liquid bacterial growth polymer, excuse me. I'm going to get the doser ready version. It's going to be a 2000 milliliter container, and I'm going to hook it up and part 4 of my doser, and it'll help with the growth of the probiotic bacteria. It'll help transform the nitrate and phosphates into a bacteria that can be absorbed by the corals, helping them with nutrition, as well as making it a large enough mass so where it can be skimmed out using my protein skimmer down inside of the sump. And that's why you see the doser and the sump area and everything is going to be going in there. I do think I am going to get a new doser soon. I've had the same one for a while, the Jabo DP4, and I've done a couple modifications to it, the front facing mod, a couple different things. But I think it's time for an upgrade. Same thing with lighting. I'm still not finding the correct spectrum that I want for my eyes, so I'm going to swap out one of these blue plus bulbs that you see and go with a true actinic, and just let the tank go from there. That's what I'm going to be picking up this week for the Reef, and what's going to be going on it for the next level. Just stocking up on some products that I need, bulk items, and get that under my belt and get the tank stabilized before I continue to add more coral and more fish into the system. So thanks for watching, guys, and listening to me talk about what I'm going to be adding from AquaForest's tank to keep it going. I appreciate all the views and the comments and the likes. If you want and you haven't before, go ahead and click the link down below and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.